Hey guys, if you're watching this, can you tell me how my audio is? Let me know. Let me know if the sound should be up, down, whatever. I've not actually played with it much. Probably not seeing a whole lot at the moment. Let me pull my own stream up in a different window. Okay, let me check my audios. Some people are saying fine. Well, okay, one guy, Talarn, says fine. Somebody else says quiet. A sane guy says fine. I don't know. We'll check it out and we'll see. Where's my mixer? Monkey Island is huge. You're just going to get audio mixing stuff. Congratulations. Because I can't be bothered. Okay, it doesn't want to actually show me that in there. How's my mixer in here? Well, okay, this is what we're dealing with at the moment. Okay. I'm going to pull my own audio up for a second. I guess I'm a little quiet for me. This is why it's a test stream. Huzzah. There's my audio manager. Windows, you're terrible. Just gonna shrink this over to here for a moment. There we go. Let's test. Okay. Okay, I need to bring those audio volume up. Okay, sounds like you can hear me over it. Oh yeah, that's real good. That's very good. Okay. I'm gonna do Monkey Island, probably both 1 and 2 because they're both very short games. I like them a lot. Okay, muting myself on my other TV because I don't need to hear myself. Hopefully my rat doesn't make too much noise in the background. She's being a butt, and I can't deal with that, but whatever. Should be fine, shouldn't pick it up. So how's everybody doing? There's like all of 9 of you. Try to not have a ton of background noise. Yeah, I had the same problem, Talarn. Even though we were up during that, that still kind of wrecked. Like I was I was unprepared for the time to just sort of vanish. I'm gonna be nice and actually play this in the nice-looking version of it, even though I actually prefer the original version of it. I started playing this game when I was in grade school, so I'm used to the old pixelated version of it. But the new version's really nice-looking. I just don't feel like it's Monkey Island, and that's just me being fucking 30 and set in my ways and unable to deal with change. Yeah, the hot switching between it's awesome. Even though I'm dicking around and playing through this, I am going to attempt to not forget to do some of the goofy stuff, which I can easily skip, unfortunately. Oh yeah, they've changed my keys on me for some of this. Sorry, I'm gonna have to look up a couple of the controls because some of them changed. There we go. We don't need credits. Yeah, there's the hot switch. I also prefer this mode because the keys are down at the bottom, and I feel like that's the way a text adventure should work. But I will hot switch during important cutscenes. Just actually playing the game, I'm probably going to play it in the worst mode. Oh yeah, there's audio now.
So, you want to be a pirate, eh? You look more like a flooring inspector. But if you're serious about pirating, go talk to the pirate leaders. You'll find them in the scum bar.
Gosh, thanks. I'll do that. Bye now. I'm off to seek my fortune.
Good luck.
One thing I'm gonna... Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I'm actually gonna boost the voice volume, because I forgot that there was actual real audio in here.
Where did you say those pirate leaders were?
The scum bar.
Right. Thanks.
I also do not like this version of Guybrush. I don't like how they did the look of him in this game. I don't know, it just feels weird to me. Like he just... I think it's his haircut. I really kind of hate that haircut. Because I don't think that's how it translates. It's just supposed to be a regular, like, dude with a ponytail, and I'm not sure I like that whole, like, weird ponytail with a lot of shaved going for him. It's very strange. I don't know. I have criticisms because this is one of my favorite games.
Ahoy there, stranger. New in town?
Who's in charge here?
Well, this island has a governor, but we pirates have our own leaders.
I want to talk to the leaders of the pirates.
You should go talk to the important-looking pirates in the next room. They're pretty much in charge around here. They can tell you where to go and what to do.
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Have fun on Melee Island.
I haven't actually talked to some of these pirates in like a decade. I can actually play this game in about 45 minutes if I really want to. But it skips a bunch of the humor.
What be ye wanting, boy?
I mean to kill you all.
I'll get lost, boy, you bother us. What be ye wanting, boy?
I want to be a fireman.
I'll get lost, boy, you bother us. What be ye wanting, boy?
I want to be a pirate.
So what?
Why bother us?
Hey, don't forget we're short on help because of this whole LeChuck thing. So, no pirates means no swag, and no swag means no grog, and we're getting dangerously low on grog.
Do you have any special skills?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes.
Well, all right. But you don't become a pirate just by asking.
You'll have to go through the 3 trials.
What 3 trials are those?
There are 3 trials every pirate must pass.
You must master the sword.
And the art of thievery.
And the quest.
The what?
Treasure hunting, you sea urchin.
Right. You must prove yourself in each of these 3 areas. Swordplay, thievery, and treasure huntery. Then return with proof that you've done it.
And then you must drink grog with us. Grog!
Spoilers, none of these guys are ever going to know that I did any of this
I'll just
stuff.
be running along now.
Leave us to our grog.
Come back later and tell us how you're doing.
Now here's a fun bit. We're just going to stand here for a little bit. Oh, it happened quicker than I needed it to, which is awesome. Get in there.
Someone cooked a head cheese in this.
Okay, we're going to where I can actually get... This is stuff you're not actually supposed to know you're supposed to do yet, but what are you going to do? Bird. Damn it. Wonder what my commands are. Controls in here. Where's my inventory in here? Aye, sweet. Actually makes sense. I'm so unused to a game actually making sense.
I think it's a herring.
It's a student. Oh, I should also... Well, I can do that later. Okay. Now, first things first, let's go get a job. Because that's what
Meanwhile,
pirates are all about.
Deep beneath Monkey Island, the ghost pirate LeChuck ship lies anchored in a river of lava.
Captain LeChuck, sir.
There's nothing like the hot wind.
I like the look of them better in classic mode.
Sir, nothing like it. Sir,
It's days like this that make you glad to be dead.
Oh, yes, sir. Glad to be dead.
You are glad to be dead, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I feel so lucky that you happened to capture my ship, then murdered me and everyone on board. Yes, sir. Lucky.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was it you disturbed me for?
Yes, sir. Well, you see, we might have a problem on Melee Island.
Problem? What possible problem could there be? I've got those sissy pirates so scared of the sea, they're afraid to take a bath.
Well, there seems to be a new pirate in town. Actually, he's a pirate wannabe. Young, inexperienced, probably nothing to worry about. Don't know why I bother you with it. I'll have him taken care of myself.
Wait! I'll handle this personally. My plans are too important to be messed up by amateurs.
Yes, sir.
If I could get the voices, which I actually do really like the voices in this game, on top of classic mode, that would be the best. Like I am sad that they don't give you an option to do classic mode graphics with the voiceover, Because I thought the voice acting that they did for the HD version is very, very good. I think it works better. Yep, here's a troll.
Just pay a toll.
Stand aside, troll. I'm a mighty pirate.
You're no pirate. While the town drunk could out insult you on his back. And probably would.
I can out insult anybody, you brainless clay doppelganger.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you. Take that and stick it in your repertoire. You can't pass until you pay the toll.
Look behind you, a mouse.
I'm not falling for that. Scuttle along, you scurvy sea slug. You can't pass until you pay the toll.
How much is the toll?
Well, what have you got?
A stew pot?
I want something that'll attract attention, but have no real importance.
A monkey leash with 3 collars?
Don't be silly. You have 3 chances to give me what I want. Then I eat ya.
We'll switch past here. That fish I used earlier is a red herring. Just like the troll. Shock. I want to know how you did that with the club. Oh, wrong lights. I almost always do that. I pass the bridge troll and then realize those are the wrong lights. We'll talk to Stan later.
I get in the cannon, but the gunpowder makes me sneeze.
Well, I can't do it. I hurt my hand taming the lions last week.
I hardly think that little scratch compares to my chronic allergy. You get in the cannon.
You don't have any allergies, you faker. You get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
Slacker.
Loser.
Ruffian.
Fop.
Weasel.
Weevil.
Miscreant.
I'm selling these. Fuck.
Say there, son, how'd you like the chance
A once-in-a-lifetime chance.
to perform an amazing feat?
A death-defying feat.
Well, not so death-defying, really.
I want that guy's mustache.
No, not dangerous at all,
An easy feat.
but exciting,
With the amazing
adventurous, acrobatic,
and exceedingly well-known
fabulous, flying.
Ferrucini brothers.
That's us,
My brother Alfredo.
and my brother Bill.
Sound good?
Good.
It's very simple, really.
See that cannon over there? All you have to do,
Is get in the cannon,
and we'll shoot you out of it.
across the room.
Quite safe, actually.
So, what do you say?
Oh no, I clicked outside of the window.
How much will you pay me?
How about 478 pieces of 8?
Okay, sounds good.
Have you got a helmet?
Of course I have a helmet. What sort of idiot do you take me for?
Well, let's have it.
We want to be sure.
That it's safe.
Wouldn't want you hurt.
No, sorry.
I actually hate the controls in HD mode. I'm just used to having these down here, so I can just click things. Let's give.
Helmet,
Now we can do the trick.
step right over here, son.
Now, put on your helmet,
And get in the cannon.
and we'll take care of the rest.
Echo!
It works!
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Hey!
Are you okay?
I'm Bobbin. Are you my mother?
He's alright!
Hooray! We
There's
are
a game that I
starting
wish they would
well,
release an
soon,
HD
financially
version of.
defending a lawsuit.
I would love HD Loom.
Here is your money, sir.
That's a game that requires really good artistry like this,
The basic theory is fine.
since it's all about music
We
and
just
fucking
need to
art.
change the aim a bit.
I'll try it next.
No, I'll do it next.
No, me!
No, me!
Slacker!
Loser!
Ruffian!
Fop!
Yay, now we have a pocket full of cash. Day of the Tentacle HD would get my money faster than I could type in my credit card number. Are you kidding? From what I hear, though, they've had trouble with Day of the Tentacle, so there's something going on with the way that the rights are dealing with Maniac Mansion. Because it's been brought up before, and it gets to about step 2, and then people are like, something happened. Take that with the largest grain of salt you've ever heard, because that's fucking internet talk, but I've heard that there's issues with it. Which is unfortunate, because yeah, that's both of the Maniac Mansion games are awesome.
But do you have a cousin named Sven?
Oh, I really don't like how he looks in HD. I've never actually paid attention. This is the most HD I've ever seen this game in.
No, but I once had a barber named Dominique.
Close enough. Let's talk business. You want to buy a map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island? Only one in existence. Rare. Very rare. Only 100 pieces of 8.
I'll take it. It'll make a swell gift.
There you go. You've made a wise decision. Now get lost.
Swoosh.
With my rat. I said don't pester the rat. I'm not gonna warn you again. Leave the rat alone. Hey, man. Frank, make him quit it.
I didn't know in
Oh,
HD
now
mode
look
it would
what
just
you
do it
did.
when you mouse over. Had no idea.
Sorry about the rat.
Do you like rats?
Yes, I love rats.
They're very intelligent creatures. More intelligent than him. Why, there's a story around these parts that a bunch of rats actually crewed a ship here from fabled Monkey Island.
No, that's not right. It was actually a group of monkeys.
That's difficult to believe.
Yes, but it's true. When they arrived, they sold the ship for a pretty penny. Only time I've seen anyone get the better of old Stan in a deal.
I thought it was rats.
Do you guys know the sneaky-looking man on the opposite corner?
Saw you buying a map from that fellow over there.
Have you looked at it yet?
Perhaps you should consider an alternate source. Our maps are top quality, not like the bird-caged liners you get from that clown across the street. No, just kidding. These are actually copies of the minutes of the last meeting of the Melee Island PTA. Can't even give them away. Want one?
No, but I'll take one if you give me 2 pieces of 8.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll just be running along now.
$2. PTO. I guess if we want, we can look at the map real quick. It's no map. Oh no! Do the monkey. Right, left, right, back. Right, left, back. There we go. Writing stuff down because it's just easier.
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. What possible use could that have?
What may I help you with, son? Wait, don't say anything. I can sense your name is Guybrush. Guybrush nose hair. No. Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
Gasp.
Am I not right?
She has powers.
Wow, that was amazing! Do you know any other tricks?
I do not deal in tricks. What I know is the truth. So, my mind-reading skills tell me it is your future you are interested in. Are you certain this is something you really wish to know?
Yes, tell me everything that's gonna happen to me.
I am getting a vision. I see you taking a voyage.
This looks much better in HD. This is one of the scenes that I really enjoy in the new setup.
I see.
What? See what?
I see a giant monkey.
Yikes.
I see you inside the giant monkey.
Gross.
Wait. It's all becoming clear. Your journey will have many parts. You will see things better left unseen. You will hear things better left unheard. You will learn things better left unlearned.
What kind of things? I hate surprises.
No. The time is not right to know. When you know your purpose, come see me. I will let you know then.
Yikes!
And we're back. Yeah, unfortunately, the voodoo stuff doesn't translate well to the old art. I'm trying to decide which direction I actually want to take some of this in yet. I know what's fun. Let's walk down a blind alley at night.
Come over here.
Hello?
We're a pirate.
Anybody in
This can't
here?
possibly go wrong.
Hello?
Oh no, it went wrong.
Bad things could happen to a person in a dark, deserted alley like this one. And at this time of night, nobody would be around to see it.
Yeah, and bad things happen to people who sneak up on other people from behind.
So, you're gonna give me a little attitude, huh? I'd better get your name.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I was just leaving.
Listen, Peepwood.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, whatever your name is, listen. I'm the sheriff around here. Sheriff Fester Shinetop. Take it from me. This is a bad time to be visiting Melee Island. A very bad time.
TM.
My advice to you is to find somewhere else to take your vacation. Somewhere safer.
Boy, I feel much better knowing there's an officer of the law around.
I don't like him.
Step away from the counter for 2 seconds, and some idiot's already ringing that stupid bell.
I guess he's not voice acted? I don't know. Oh, no, my speakers
What do you
turned off
want?
again.
I think I just like to browse for now.
I really need new speakers.
Hey, this ain't no boutique. Don't take all day.
Stopped caring.
What do you want?
I think I just like to browse for now.
Whatever.
Okay. Things we need to do. Gonna pick up sword, because we are a pirate. I think I can just pick everything up. Pirates like shovels.
About this sword.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
Great. Best 100 pieces of 8 you ever spent. What else do you want?
About this shovel.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
Great. Oh, it'll pay for itself, believe me. Yeah, you'll dig up 75 pieces of 8 in no time. But hey, save some treasure for the rest of us, would you? What else do you want?
I think I'd just like to browse.
Oh, be my guest, Fancy Pants. What do you want?
I think I'd just like to browse.
Okay, I haven't unlocked that.
Okay. Wake me up if you need anything.
I don't remember how to do some of this in slow mode, so I'm not just flashing past everything. Don't close the door, you fool.
You gotta get me out of here! I'm a victim of society!
Not to mention halitosis. Ugh.
Hey, it's hard to keep my breath minty fresh when there's nothing to eat in here but rats.
I think he's Spanish.
Ahoy there, Fancy Pants. What do you want?
I could really use a breath mint.
Whew, you're telling me. Here, take one. Please. Take the whole roll. That'll be 1 piece of 8. What else do you want?
I think I'd just like to browse.
Oh, be my guest, Fancy Pants.
Breathmaster, for the pirate who cares about first impressions.
I don't actually know how to give him breath mints in HD mode. I don't like the controls in HD mode.
How refreshing. Thanks. So, have you come to release me?
Can I get you anything?
Yes? You can get me out of here! Actually, something to get rid of these rats would be nice. I'll trade you this carrot cake my Aunt Tilly made. I hate carrot cake.
Sheriff Shinetop sure is a jerk, isn't he?
No kidding. Fester Shinetop is the meanest man on Melee Island. Luckily, the governor keeps him in check most of the time. We used to have a fair, decent man for a sheriff, but he recently died under mysterious circumstances. If you ask me, I think the new sheriff had something to do with it.
I think you've said enough, Otis.
Whoops.
I hope you haven't been taking this filthy vagrant too seriously. He'd say anything to avoid paying his debt to society.
Oh my gosh, look at the time. I'd love to stay and chat, but
I see. You have the time to consort with criminals, but not with those interested in upholding the law. Look, I don't know what you're up to, but whatever it is, it's probably illegal. So forget it. Wherever you go on Melee, I'll be watching. And if you try any monkey business, you'll end up in here for good.
Man, is he a pill or what? You see what I have to put up with? You better go before you get us both in trouble.
Okay, let's flash us back to this mode. Because it actually makes the screen transitions move faster, too. I've always liked the music in this game as well. Music in this game is pretty good. Head out onto the path, and we'll go to the island. I'll do this now so I don't miss it. Because if I'm playing this game fast, we'll miss it. And there's comedy jokes out here.
Hey! I don't like visitors. Who are you?
Excuse me, but the sign said there were restrooms in here?
Sorry, but that sign's a little out of date. I used to have a thriving tourist business here. I had animal wax, tattoo demonstrations, souvenirs. But there was a little accident with one of the trained animals. One of our guests was hurt very badly. So I was shut down, put out of business, and since then, I've lived here all alone. And the only company I have is the same beast that mauled that unlucky tourist. The same beast that made me a hermit. A monster that, just by coincidence, is identical to one what attacked me when I was just a child and left me with these hooks instead of hands. A deformed man. Jeez, now I'm all depressed. Thanks a lot. Can't you just leave me alone now?
I like the thought that because you asked him about restrooms, he said the sign's out of date. He doesn't have a bathroom anymore. That seems unfortunate.
I'm a pirate, Cannonball Head. Who are you?
My name's Meathook, and I think you've got a little attitude problem.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Cannonball Head.
That's okay. I'd rather have a cannonball head than a ponytail. Ha 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 ha!
I meant to call you Chrome Dome.
Why, you... I suppose you've come to invade my peaceful home and insult me again, eh?
I'm Bobbin Threadbare. Are you my mother?
No, your mother was a duck. Now beat it.
What was your name again, Cannonball Head?
Look, I told you not to call me that. My name's Meathook, and you still have a little attitude problem.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Cannonball Head.
That's okay. I'd rather have a cannonball head than a ponytail. Ha 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 ha!
Ha ha ha!
Ha ha ha! Hey, you've got a pretty good sense of humor. Ha! Want to see something really funny? Ha!
Why, yes, I would.
Yes, please show me, Mr. Meat.
Ha ha! What's this? Say hello, Roger.
Hello, Roger.
Ha 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 ha! Pretty good, eh? I got a whole routine, but I don't have the time to do it all right now. Maybe if we're ever on a long ocean voyage together. But until then, I'm a very busy man, so...
The thing is, in HD mode, it's supposed to look like a skull. I don't know why in it just looks terrible in HD mode, because you can tell it's a skull here. And it actually looks better in this mode. Way better. In HD mode, it's just a blue smudge, and I'm not sure what the hell's going on with that. Some of the things they did really well, some of the things they did really terribly. Which is unfortunate, because the rest of the time it's a pretty game. It's got sound effects and good music.
Wow, it works both ways. That's some chicken.
Okay, let's actually go learn to sword fight now, like a real pirate. Because so far we've managed to do none of the tasks. Oh wow, he walks slower in this mode too. Thanks for that, game. Ah, I've been doing this for 45 minutes already. I'm usually done by now. It's all the actual talking to people, as opposed to just slamming through their dialogue and be like, yeah, shut up, whatever.
I think I'll knock. It'd only be polite.
What do you want, you wimpy little spineless maggot?
Could you make me the best sword fighter on Melee?
You mean not counting the Swordmaster?
Counting everybody. I want to be the best.
Better than the Swordmaster? You? You could never be half the sword fighter Carla is. Even with hours of hard work and sweat and blood. I remember fighting side by side with Carla at Port Royal. The local constabulary had us cornered. It looked like we were done for, but then she said... But I digress. You just don't have what it takes.
The thing about it is, Captain Duck, is I can actually read the text faster than they can speak it. So while I'm actually slamming through it, I'm just reading it at speed, so I still got all the dialogue. It's just it is much slower when somebody's actually talking it.
I do so have what it takes.
You do not.
I do so.
You do not.
I do so.
I like your spirit. I'll do what I can. Of course, it'll cost you. Did you see my sign? I usually charge 30 pieces of 8 for a big job like this one. What do you got?
Well, I've got 30 pieces of 8.
Say no more, say no more. Let's see your sword.
Okay, check it out.
Yes, this is a nice one. Let's get...
I just noticed that he didn't actually hold out his sword in HD mode.
Okay, you maggot. Why don't you whip that sword out and let's see what you can do with it? Boy, you fight like a dairy farmer. I usually don't waste my time with vermin like yourself. But seeing as this LeChuck thing has put a cramp on business, I got no choice. I need the money. Yes, I can see this is gonna take some special measures. Just want you to know, I don't do this with everyone. It's only because I feel that special student-mentor pieces of 8 bonding that I'm going to these lengths. I'm gonna put you up against the machine.
Machine? Is this gonna hurt? Yikes.
Come at me. Don't be afraid, you won't hurt me. Use your forte against the foible. Watch your footwork. Watch your footwork. Use your forte against the foible. Watch your footwork. Distance, distance!
Hours later.
You're starting to get the hang of it.
More hours later.
Not bad. You've got good form. Now I'm gonna let you in on the true secret of sword fighting.
I like the axe that can't possibly get to him because the sword is longer.
It's not always what you do, but what you say. Any fool pirate can swing a sharp piece of metal around and hope to cut something. But the pros, they know just when to cut their opponent with an insult. One that catches them off guard. You see, kid, your wit's gotta be twice as sharp as your sword.
We're doomed.
Let's try a couple of insults out, shall we? Okay. Imagine this. We're fighting up a storm. Just like Carla and I were doing at Port Royal. There's a sudden break in the fighting, and I say to you, you fight like a dairy farmer. You respond with?
You must be thinking of someone else. I am not a farmer.
I can see we've got a lot of work to do here. You should have responded with something like, how appropriate. You fight like a cow. You see, it's razor-sharp wit like that that wins fights. Let's try another. Imagine this. You're trapped up against a wall. My sword just slashed 2 cuts into your face. I say, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab. You respond with?
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
No, no, no! That was the response from the last insult! Doesn't even make sense when used here! Ah.
None of the other Monkey Island games would get a fighting minigame that comes anywhere close to the insult fighting.
Would have been something like
2 doesn't use fighting at all, and 3 has rhyme fighting, which isn't very good. And 4 just had regular fighting.
Razor sharp. Now, I suggest you go out there and learn some insults.
I can't help but feel like I've been ripped off. I'm sure you're feeling something similar.
This is the only part of the game that probably should have been that they should have done something different with, because the only answer to this is to stand at a crossroads from between 5 and 20 minutes. trying to hit pirates so that you can learn all the insults. Because you need all of the insults to get all the answers so that you can actually fight the Sword Master. Come here, you pirate. Nope, he's going to vanish. Nope, I don't want to be here yet.
Whatever you wantin', you scurvy lubber?
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
And this is all random.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
He must have taught you everything you know. I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
The also annoying bit about this is all you can do is
First,
just
you'd better
lose for the
stop
first
waving
4 or
it
5
like a
fights
feather duster.
that you get to. Because you have to learn the insults before you can use them on
Are you
people
up?
to learn
You
the
in?
answer. It's interesting, but it's the weakest part of the game.
Aye, this better be important.
Definitely the weakest part of the game.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood.
And there's
Prepare
no way to
die.
accelerate it.
People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
I am rubber, you are glue.
There's also this annoyance that you'll run into pirates that just don't have the answers for you.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, this guy cannot help me. And unfortunately, I own all of this stuff. I already know all this stuff, so now we're just treading
Soon
ground.
you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster. You're no match for my brains, you poor fool.
Ah, but he's going to teach us some that we don't know yet.
He must have taught you everything you know?
My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster. I give up. You win.
That one kind of made sense. And...
Stopping a
Okay,
pirate
not
can be
really.
dangerous to your health.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
So, you got that job as a janitor after all.
The other annoying part is on a lot of these, you'll only get an answer for one of them.
You have the manners of a beggar.
He must have taught you everything
Because
you
he's
know?
going to say a couple that we don't know yet. And I don't have the answers for them.
People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
Even before they smell you? I've got all these
you got
memorized.
that job as a janitor after all. I give up. You win.
Move out
If
of the
I
way,
was
or I
better at
cross my
memorizing
way
this, you can
through.
actually tell what pirate type has what questions and
name is
answers,
Guybrush
but I
Threepwood.
don't ever remember
Prepare
that
to
far.
Die. People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
I am rubber, you are glue.
You're
There we
no
go. He
match
should
for my
answer this one.
brains, you poor fool.
I'd be in real trouble if you ever used them.
There we go.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster.
When in doubt, answer the funniest one.
You're no match for my brains, you poor fool.
I'd be in real trouble if you ever used them. I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
Oh, I got 2 out of this guy. That's like a bonus.
Yikes, nice move.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
Ever notice how all these roads start to look the same?
Now that you mention it, they do. He's probably just that we're tired.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Okay, let's see. What?
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
I hope now you've learned to stop picking your nose. You make me want to puke.
Oh, yeah?
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
Oh no. Oh, there we go. I have an up.
He must have taught you everything you know. People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
Even before they smell your breath?
Ah, there we go. Got that answer.
Look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Should, thankfully, have just about all of them now.
What you be wanting, you scurvy lubber?
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Have that, have that, have that, have that. Oh, let's see if this
You
one.
make me want to puke.
You make me think somebody already did.
There we go. We've got that one.
I'm not gonna take your
Oh,
insolence.
nope.
sitting
Still got a couple
down.
more to grab.
You make me think somebody already did.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
There's another new one.
So you got that job as a janitor after all. Look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Whatever you wantin', you scurvy lubber?
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. You have
Still don't have the answer to
manners
this
of a
one.
beggar.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Oh, yeah?
This guy doesn't know anything.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I think I need a guy in a hat.
Up. You win.
Ugly pirate might know it.
Aye, this better be important.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. You have the manners of a beggar.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me. Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster. I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if they had given you if they would tell you the correct answer for their answers, it would have made this far better. Shishkova, Blood. I think those are the last two. Family reunion. Yes, there are. You've never learned them. Okay.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
There's only a couple left that I've got.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion. Nobody's ever drawn blood from me.
There's another one that I don't know yet.
Nobody ever will.
You make me think somebody already did. I give up. You win.
What you be wanting, you scurvy lubber?
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Excuse the beeps. Zorak is trying to talk to me.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
I am rubber. You are glue.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
I am rubber.
Oh, for God's sakes. Kidding me?
Oh, you make me want to puke.
You make me think somebody already did. I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
So that's the fun bit. Sometimes these pirates will say things they don't actually know the answer to. Notice how I used that on him, and he didn't know the answer, but he's going to use it on me, and I don't know the answer either.
I wanted to make sure.
That's the other annoying thing about this game. It's semi-random whether they'll actually know the answer to the insults that they spew.
Me, and nobody ever will.
This is another one that I used on him that he didn't know.
Oh, yeah? Yikes, nice move.
Move out of the way or I cuts my way through.
And it is actually critical to get all of the answers.
Prepare to die.
You can do it with less, but it makes the fight, you either have to do it several times or
Nobody's ever drawn
get
blood from
very,
me,
very
and
lucky, or the fight
ever
goes
will.
forever.
You run that fast? I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion. I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Your hemorrhoids are flaring
Oh, there we go.
again, hey? I've heard you were a
another new one.
contemptible snake.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me. Uncle! Uncle!
Aye, this better be important.
My name is
I'm
Guybrush
pretty sure this guy doesn't have the
Prepare to
answers to the two
die.
questions we need the answers for.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at
Ah,
all.
he does have an answer.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling
Oh,
cur.
and he gave us a new question.
So you got that job as a janitor after all.
You make me want to puke.
You make me think somebody already did.
Gotta make sure that I've... Oh, and I can't use it yet.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
You run that fast?
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Yeah, it's impressively large.
Stopping a pirate
Oh,
can be
hat dude.
dangerous to your
I'm
health.
relatively certain he's got a pair of questions we don't have.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
But we'll find out.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point? Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster.
We're just about ready to fight the Swordmaster, though.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Oh, I already know this one.
I am rubber, you are glue.
But that's okay. Can anyone remember if we have another one that I don't have an answer for yet? I think we've got all of them now.
I'm not going to take your
I know we've already got the answer
down.
for this one.
Your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, eh?
Nope, we got the handkerchief one very early on. I'm pretty sure we're good.
You fight like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
I give up. You win.
All right, we're going to head to town. And then we're going to take a momentary break because I have to pee. So I will be right back. I'll leave you with the ocean at night. Isn't it lovely? Okay, I'm back. Now that we've done all that terrible forced grinding, let's go find and beat the Swordmaster. Whoops, let's click outside of the game because it doesn't quite like it. I actually moved the Procaster window when I did that, so sorry, I had to pop out again. Something like that, but you can definitely go fight him now. I've got enough that I should be able to deal with her.
Ahoy there!
Most of them will tell you that you're good enough to fight the Swordmaster if you basically just hammer through all of their questions.
What do you want?
I know that they do clue that in as well.
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
The Swordmaster of Melee Island? Now, I don't know. See, nobody knows the whereabouts of her secret hideout. Nobody except me. I'd have to go and ask her if it's okay to show you the way. I guess I could hike all the way over there. Once. Be right back. And don't touch anything!
This is the stealth section of the game. We are being excruciatingly stealthy right now.
My, what an unusually bright yellow.
Any of those flowers? We don't need the red ones, though. It's me, I'm Solid Snake.
I better just stay back here and eavesdrop.
Hello again, Carla.
I thought I told you to get lost.
Actually, I'm here on business. This kid come into my store, see?
Face it, you crusty old lech. You'd make any excuse just to come out here and bother me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, cut it out. I'm sick of it. Take a hike and don't come out here again. Someone might follow you, and then I'd become another Melee Island tourist attraction.
Hey, it's your loss, baby.
Yeah, right. Now scram.
Yep, time to go talk to the Swordmaster.
How dare you approach the Swordmaster without permission, which I surely didn't give you.
Cranky lady.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. I've come to kill you.
Nothing like being honest. I can tell by the sarcastic expression on your face that you've been fully trained by Captain Smirk. I can also tell from the Melee Times sports page that you've won only 2 fights. Not nearly enough to waste my time.
Ah, damn, I have to win more fights. I forgot about that. Yep, let's go beat up a couple of pirates then real quick. Thankfully, I don't have to follow the one dude to come out here again. I knew that, but I forgot. Yep, thankfully we've got it as a map point now.
What have
So-
you wantin', you scurvy lubber?
My name is.
I
Guybrush
guess it's
Threepwood.
when you've
Prepare
won the
to
correct
die.
number of fights, they'll start saying that you're
This is the end
that you're
for
good
you,
enough to
you
fight the
gutter-crawling cur.
Swordmaster.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point? I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, huh?
At least now it'll be less painful, because we have questions and answers.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
I am rubber, you are glue.
Oh, you make me want to puke.
You make me think somebody already did. This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
Wow, you're good enough to fight the Sword Master.
There we go. Let's go see if she'll fight us now. Maybe, maybe not.
How dare you approach the Swordmaster with... Oh, it's you again.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. I've come to kill you.
Nothing like being honest. I can tell by the sarcastic expression on your face that you've been fully trained by Captain Smirk. Let's get this over with. I usually see people like you passed out on tavern floors.
Let's see if I remember.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
Yep, a lot of these have 2 or more answers as well.
I've got the courage and skill of a master swordsman.
I'd be in real trouble if you ever used them.
I hope you have a boat ready for a quick escape.
I'm gonna guess if you run that fast. I was wrong!
There are no clever moves that can help you now.
Where's my... Oh no, I missed one. I thought I had yes there are, you just never learned them.
Your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, eh?
My name is feared in every dirty corner of
I
this
do have the answer
island.
to this one.
So you got that job as a janitor after all.
My sword is famous all over the Caribbean.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
Every word you say to me is stupid.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
There we go.
I give up. You win.
We're a real sword fighter now.
I hope you're happy. You can go back and brag to all your friends about how you beat the Swordmaster. You'll need proof. Here. This should convince them.
Yay, we got a t-shirt. It's 100% cotton. Now we just need to go find treasure. We can make that happen. And here we are. If you paid attention... Nope, that's wrong. There we go. I went back, left, right, back, right, left, back, and here we are. It's not a dance move. It is actually a treasure map. That's another one of those that throws people for a good long while. Mostly because most people think back equals go back the way you went, not head towards the back of the screen.
Hours pass.
And the last time we looked at the map, I wrote it down so I wouldn't have to open the map
again. I
again.
hit something. Oh boy. It's a t-shirt. Not my size, but a nice one nonetheless. Well, I guess I should put all this dirt back now.
More hours pass.
I'm impressed that he put the X marks the spot back.
I found the treasure of Melee Island and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
A second t-shirt. The hell's the path? There it is. Thankfully, this also pops this straight out. Now we've got to go break and enter. But first, some more cooking. Go into the bar. I should have done this when I was here last. I forgot about it. Because I forgot, like an idiot, to cook my hunk of meat. So now we're just going to stand over here and look at this roaring fire.
Cozy. 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 Cozy.
Do a little jig. There we go. Pop to old school. And there we go. We have stewed meat with condiment.
Meat, or meat-like substance.
The thievery bit is some of the best part of the game. It's a good time. Two is the better game. I'll grant you that. Like, I love them both, but two is better because it's longer. Honestly, like, and it doesn't have the sword fighting, which makes it a ton better.
Important notice. These dogs are not dead. They are only sleeping. No animals were harmed during the production of this.
They're sleeping peacefully.
Surprise, the dogs aren't dead. The dogs are dead.
A priceless Ming.
Oh, we're here to rob stuff. Let's just start robbing stuff. We cannot, unfortunately, shove the dogs in our pocket, in our pants. This door is locked.
This door appears to be locked.
Don't worry, there will be other things shoved in our pants in this game as well. There's a lot of pants shoving. Oh, no. Here we go.
This looks like a job for Fester Shinetop.
Better leave this here.
It's the only reason to pick up that vase, so he has to come out and put it back down.
No, not the red button.
It's a big, ugly, hairy yak wearing some wax lips. I can't move it. I can't move it. I'll need this. I must be nuts. Heck! Gophers! It's beautiful. I can't open it. Uh-oh. That should hold him for a while. If only I had a file, I could get the idol.
Oh, we gotta go get a file. Come back here. That'll teach you.
Hey, this might work on the rats. Thanks. Here's the cake.
It's heavy.
Hey, look, there's a file in that cake.
Metal file.
That idiot doesn't like carrot cake. He never looked inside the cake. He is kind of a dumb. Normally you would have gone back to the pirates and shown them the t-shirts and stuff, but I haven't yet. I'm going to do all 3 of the quests at once and show up and be a super pirate.
I don't see anything special about it. I've got the file. Whee!
I'm guessing arms. Heavily armed with arms. He lifts.
Whew. That was a close one. At least I got the idol.
But I'm not done with you yet.
Uh-oh.
Thought you could get out of here with the idol of many hands, did you?
Look, I can explain.
So can I. You poisoned the governor's pet poodles.
They're just sleeping.
Broke into her house.
The door was unlocked.
And stole one of her most valuable pieces of art.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Oh, really?
Desperately
Well,
attempting not to
let's
sneeze
hear
on
your explanation.
on camera. Woo!
She said I could have it.
Ah!
What's going on here?
I caught this hoodlum making off with your idol, Governor. He says you gave it to him.
That's right, I did.
What?
You heard me, Fester. The real question is, how did he get in here while you were on guard?
Oh,
just go away, Fester. I can handle this.
I'll deal with you later.
Sorry about him. He's new. I'm Governor Marley. Governor Elaine Marley. So...
She actually looks like a real person in old school. I don't know what the hell happened between this and here, but now she looks like an elf.
Gee.
Relax, Mr. Threepwood. I know why you're here. Believe me, you're not the first who's tried. Although I have to admit, not many get as far as you have.
Jeepers,
My lookout told me of your arrival. I've wanted to meet you ever since I heard your fascinating name. Tell me, Guybrush, why do you want to be a pirate? You don't look like one. Your face is too... sweet.
This is definitely one of the times where voiceover with this animation would be so much better. Because this looks so much better than, well, this.
I see. Well, you're obviously not in the mood for idle chit-chat, are you? I suppose you've got many more exciting things to do? I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. Threepwood.
Bull. Dwingly? I really wish I knew how to talk to women.
Guybrush Threepwood, goony as hell.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh no, he's back.
Flea-Maid?
You know, it's not too late for us to make up and be friends.
Yeah. And it's also not too late for me to kill you and still make it to the bar for happy hour. Hand over your sword.
Uh-oh.
This is the end of the road, my little pantalooned pal. Your troublemaking days on Melee Island are over. My plans
The idol of
for
many
Governor
hands looks so happy.
are far too important and much too near completion to risk letting a would-be pirate like you get in the way. So long, Mr. Spice Cake or Droop Face or whatever your name is.
Spice Cake Droop Face, yep, that's right.
This might actually turn out to be a pretty good day.
Well, let's see, what do we got down
I
here?
can't reach that from here. I can't reach that from here. I can't reach that from here. I can't reach that from here.
Looks like we're gonna drown.
Actually, it's more like a fabulous doorstop.
Except, because it's game logic, we can just pick it up.
I guess I'll be needing a sword. This one will do.
And we get a new sword. Uh-oh. That's not bad. That can't possibly come back to bite us in the ass.
What was that? I'm so confused.
Hey, what are you doing just standing around? The governor's been kidnapped.
What? By whom?
LeChuck's got her on that ship that just sailed off. He caught her alone when she came down here to rescue you. I'm afraid we've seen the last of her.
That puzzle definitely stumped us when we were kids for the longest goddamn time.
Where did they go?
LeChuck's taken the governor back to his hideout on Monkey Island. I'm afraid that no pirate on this island is brave enough to follow him there. But hey, good luck. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. They left this note. You can have it, but I don't think you'll like what it says.
Oh, Governor. Why did you have to risk your life for me? Maybe you cared for me more than I thought. Just as I now realize how much I care for you. It's my fault the governor's in this mess, and I swear I'll get her out of it. Even if I have to sail to Monkey Island myself to get her. Attention, Pirates of Melee. Your governor is alive and well and by my side as she was always meant to be. If you try to find us, you will only meet with horrifying disaster. Yours truly, Captain LeChuck.
Oh, we need to get a ship. Let's get a crew first. We can get a ship last. I have to do this in classic mode. There's just no way I'm going to be able to do it in regular mode. Little flash out to say, he looks better crying in the old one. He just kind of looks like he's flopping around. Sometimes the animation is really good, other times the animation is just garbage. I have no idea what the hell this is, but it's garbage. Also, you notice that some of this stuff respawns nicely in this game. If you mess up on a couple of them, on the puzzles that have one item, the items respawn when the game recognizes that they're gone. All of these mugs respawn. Because if you notice, that mug is melting.
Hey, great! A drink! I'm real thirsty. Yikes! Wow! And to think I used to drink that stuff. I'm free! Oh yeah, thanks. If there's anything I can ever do for you.
Well, actually,
there are a lot of references in this game, so it honestly very well could be.
People to join my crew and sail off to Monkey Island with me to rescue the governor. She's been abducted by the fearsome pirate LeChuck and is being held against her will somewhere in his secret hideout.
I see. Well, yes, LeChuck, you say? Well, yes, yes, of course. We must sail to Monkey Island and... Hey, look behind you, a three-headed monkey!
I can't believe I fell for that. Pretty good trick, though.
Guybrush is not a clever man.
Meanwhile, Having just returned from melee, LeChuck and his crew find their old hiding place in the underground rivers of Monkey Island and drop anchor.
Captain, sir, I just stopped by to congratulate you on your kidnapping mission. Captain? Captain, are you all right?
Never felt better. And how fares our prisoner?
Ah, yes, the prisoner. We had a little trouble.
Trouble?
No, nothing to worry about, sir. Everything's under control. She escaped a few times, but we've got her locked up in the brig. No one's getting in or out of there.
For your sake, I hope not. With years of planning almost destroyed by my death, I'm not taking any chances now.
You took care of Mr. Threepwood then?
Guybrush Threepwood will not be a problem. At this very moment, he's 20 feet underwater. Probably bloated up like a fattened pig. His eyes being eaten out by crabs.
If you notice, he was only like 7 foot down there. Maybe 10 if you want to guess that Guybrush is 6 foot.
Ah, yes, sir.
Definitely wasn't 20 feet underwater.
Sure does at that.
Now, go check on the route. Make sure it's locked up tight.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay.
I don't see anything special about it.
May I help you?
I was just on my way to the governor's mansion.
Are you here for the looting?
Yes, looting sounds like fun now that I'm a pirate and all.
And do you have reservations, sir?
Reservations? For looting?
Oh, yes, very popular when the governor's away. Chaos would ensue if we didn't have a system. Now, unless you have reservations, you'll have to leave.
Gee, I don't have reservations. Should I have called ahead?
Of course you should have called ahead. This is a very popular place. Now, we're booked solid for the next 5 hours. But I might be able to squeeze you in around the 2 o'clock hour. Would that be okay?
No thanks. I've got a ship to catch.
Next time, call ahead.
First mate is Wacko, apparently. Thank you, Hanato. He did sound very familiar. Like most things, talking to these guys just gets you circular conversations and no, we don't want to be on your crew. Not really funny or anything. Like most games like this, they save space by cutting out etc. options. But we'll go get our two more crew members. You can sail a galleon on 3 people, right? It'll be fine, don't worry. We'll go talk to the Swordmaster. She seems like someone who would be good to have on a crew. I'm kind of sad that she's not doing her jig. Because she does a jig when she's out here in the old version. I don't know why she's doing a jig, but she is. In this one, she stands here not doing a jig.
You've already got the t-shirt. What do you want now?
The governor's been kidnapped.
What? That's ridiculous. Oh, no. This looks bad. Very bad.
I'm getting a ship and a crew together to go rescue her.
I have a feeling I'm going to regret this, but count me in. I'll meet you at the dock.
All right. That's 1.5 people. I'm counting the thief as half a person. It's not that he's not people, you just can't guarantee that he's going to show up. He's a thief. Where's my chicken? There's my chicken. Now we're going to confront a monster.
I told you, I don't have the time to show you any more tattoo tricks.
The governor's been kidnapped.
What? That's preposterous.
Oh, really? Take a look at this note they left.
Oh no. This is horrible. What are we going to do?
We could get a crew together and sail off after them.
What an idea. Now, if we only had a captain.
Well, what about me?
Ha! You? Ha! Oh! That's a good one.
Hey, I'm serious.
Really?
Really?
Okay, let's see you prove it. Walk this way.
If I could walk that way.
There's something in here that I want to show you. Something horrible. Something so horrible that I stay awake at night just thinking about it. But I don't mean to scare you. I'm sure a big brave guy like yourself will have no problem facing this monster. After all, it's much smaller than the beast that bit off my hands so many years ago. Arr, 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 arr. Let's just hope you're quicker than I was. Oh, I just remembered something. I never did get around to feeding him this week. Ha 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 ha! Silly me! I'll let you open this last door yourself. Just let me get out of your way.
Wait.
Ha ha ha! Getting cold feet?
No, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You're supposed to open that little door. And if you're brave enough, touch the beast inside.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, this guy's voice actor is really familiar to me as well.
Okay, go ahead. If you've got the guts.
He's used this voice for somebody before, but I can't place him. I'm going to switch this to classic because you get all of these options in classic. Tap, tickle, jab, poke, stroke, prod, feel, bother, tease. I like the word bother.
Leave it. You are a brave man after all. You faced the beast I've feared all these years. You had the guts to do what I never could. I feel like such a coward. I'm not good enough to be on your crew. I'm not even good enough to swab your decks.
Oh, come on, Meat Hook. You're a big, strong, good-looking guy with a talking tattoo. You can swab my decks anytime.
Really?
Sure.
I can still be on your crew.
Just pack your stuff and meet me at the dock.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What's the matter, Cunster?
I won't let you down. Hey, maybe I'll get a chance to show you my whole tattoo routine when we're at sea.
Wow, this is sounding better and better all the time.
Yes, I'm just being nice and not talking over actual conversations. Because the voice acting in this game is actually rather well done. Alright, now we need to get ourselves a boat. There we go. Trying to find the walk to path key is kind of obnoxious. Now we get to deal with Stan. Dealing with Stan is tiring.
Howdy! I'm Stan of Stan's previously owned vessels, and I'd stand on my head to make you a deal. What sort of craft are you looking for? Big, fast, slow? You want it? I got it. And if I don't got it, I'll get it. I want to make you a deal that you're happy with. Because if you're not happy, I'm not happy. But I know you're gonna leave here happy today. How do I know? Just look at all these ships. I've got something for everyone. Come, take a look around.
Yeah, they didn't change his animation at all. People probably would have rioted if they'd messed with it.
What are you interested in looking at today?
I don't really have that much to spend.
Have no fear. Every ship I sell is a bargain. But if you're looking for a real steal, I've got just the boat for you. Walk this way. This here is the famous Sea Monkey, the only ship ever to make it to Monkey Island and come back.
I think he's too far away at the moment. When we come back into view, I'll grab it.
Were two adventurous pirates. They set off, like many before, to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island. And like many before, they disappeared forever. Their fate? A mystery. Almost as mysterious as how this ship returned to Melee Island without a single human aboard. Some claim it was sailed back by a crew of chimps.
Chimps? There aren't any chimps in the Caribbean.
Oh, shut up. It makes a good story. Anyway, this baby's mine now. That is, until someone makes me an offer. How much would you like to spend?
I've got
No
174.
more than 174 pieces of 8.
Look, this is a very reasonably priced ship, but not that reasonable. I doubt you're carrying enough cash on you for this transaction. You wouldn't happen to have any other means of finance, would you?
Actually, I was hoping to get one on credit.
Sorry, kid. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. That's just old Stan's philosophy. If you've got a job, the storekeeper in town might extend you some credit. Then we'd have something to talk about. Unless, of course, you've already got some other means of financing.
All I have is this rubber chicken.
Is it one of those rubber chickens with a pulley in the middle? I already got one of those. You wouldn't happen to have any other means of finance, would you?
Because rubber chickens with pulleys in the middle are so
This may not
common.
be the ship for me.
Of course it isn't. You're looking for a much bigger boat, I can tell. So, what else can I show you?
Actually, I'd like to go think about it some more.
Sure, think it over. I don't want you to feel pressured or anything. Bye now.
We'll swap to classic because he's just going to appear out of nowhere. Blam! This is what he looks like in regular. They didn't change much for him.
It always points
They just gave him
directly
a
back
more
here.
solid
So
chin.
if you're looking for a good deal, you know where to go.
They've even still got the foot tapping.
Guarantee that any of these ships will.
Right.
They're moving fast today. Yes, sirree. Can't hardly keep anything in stock. He'll be back.
I think it might. I don't remember. I'm probably going to end up playing 2 for next week with something else. Maybe some Kerbal Space Program next Saturday. Since it gives me something to do on Saturdays when I'm not doing anything else because all of my friends are busy. That's why I kind of set it up. I'm like, I'm not doing anything on Saturdays, so. Yeah, 2 has been out for forever. You can actually get 1 and 2 in a 2-pack. I bought Red for Christmas 2 years ago, or this year, something like that. Monkey Island 1 and 2 in a 2-pack, because he had never played them. Who likes robbery?
Hey, where'd you go? I hike halfway across the island to try and get you a reservation with the Swordmaster, who, by the way, says you can go jump in the lake. And when I come back, whew, you're gone. See if I ever do you a favor again. What do you want?
I'm interested in procuring a note of credit.
You are ya? You got a job?
Yes, of course I do.
All right. I'll get one of my notes and we'll fill it out.
I'm going to flash this to regular because it's easier to see. Okay. I should have that.
I'm an acrobat with a traveling circus.
You're one of them fettuccine brothers? Where's your silly accent? And where are your silly slippers? Come back when you got a job in a credible business.
He just mocked our employment. That's unfortunate. Ah, you're boned by not having windows.
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
Look, I told you she doesn't want to see you.
Maybe if you asked her again?
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Again. Be right back.
It's a good thing this guy's an idiot.
And don't touch anything!
Now, because I don't know the keys. Nope. This is the problem with this one, is it gets weird. There we go. Okay. So it's pull. Isn't this an exciting adventure?
Hear about this note.
Oh, we just stole that. What did we get?
I, the good and honorable storekeeper, do hereby take liability for the debts of the bearer of this note for any amount up to 5,000 pieces of 8.
Yay, we just stole $5,000. We're like a real pirate. Alright, back to Stan's. This part is actually kind of annoying because it's a semi-puzzle in itself. Talking to Stan, there's a correct way that you have to do it, and it can be quite annoying.
Howdy! Great to see you again. I knew you'd come back. Everybody does. You know why they come back? Just look at all these ships. I've got something for everyone. Come, take a look around. So, what else can I show you?
Could I see the cheap one again?
I knew it. I knew it. Just can't get her out of your mind, can you? Walk this way. Hard to stay away from a good mystery, isn't it? Hmm? What kind of price range were you thinking of?
I got credit from the storekeeper. Will you take it?
Hey, of course! Your credit's always good at Stan's. It doesn't matter if you've had credit problems in the past. Divorce, chronic gambling mishaps. I mean, who am I to judge, right? If the storekeeper trusts you enough to give you a letter of credit, then you must be an honest man with a steady income, right?
Right.
Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? I know you want it. You know you want it. And I know that you know that I want to sell it, so...
Okay.
I'd like to make you an offer.
Great. How much?
I'd like to pay 2,000 pieces of 8.
Sure, I guess we can start out at the bottom. I got all day. I'm going to be getting a whole new shipment next week, so you got me over a barrel. I've got to sell this baby, even if it means losing my shirt.
Let's talk extras.
Extras? You want to talk extras? Great! This baby's loaded with extras. For instance, did I tell you about the porthole defoggers?
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Okay, but don't blame me if you run into an iceberg or something. But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about the anti-lock anchor?
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Sure, throw safety to the wind. But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about the rack and pinion rudder?
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Well, I guess it'll float without it. Barely. But wait, there's more.
Yep, you have
Did
to
I
talk
tell you about the velour
all the stupid
sail
crap.
covers?
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Hey, travel light. I can understand that, sure. Of course, mutiny is an ugly word. But wait, there's more. Did I
No,
tell
they
you
just
about
repeat.
the tachometer?
Yeah, this isn't a Sierra game. They just eventually
I
repeat.
think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Wow, does your wife know you're such a cheapskate? But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about the elevator made with wood from Burgundy wine casks?
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of decadent, isn't it? But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about this simulated wood siding?
I think I can
I
live
don't
without
think you
that
actually need to go
particular
through all of them. You just have to click off some of them. I just like going through them because they're ludicrous.
But I'm telling you, barnacles hate simulated wood. But wait, there's more. Did I tell you
Yep,
about
it
the
just repeats.
porthole defoggers?
Enough about extras already.
Okay, where were we?
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail this puppy away today for just 7,300 pieces of 8. How does that sound to you?
I'd like to make you an offer.
Oh, we have 5,000, so 73 is not good
Great.
enough.
How much?
Well, how does 3,000 pieces of 8 sound?
That's a little bit more like it, but not much. I know you can try harder than that. Just tell me, what would it take to get you to sail this ship away today?
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail this
Yep.
puppy away today for just 6,850 pieces of 8. How does that sound to you?
I'd like to make you an offer.
Great. How much?
Okay, 4,000 pieces of 8.
That's a little bit more
Yep,
like
force
it,
taggling.
but not much. I know
Number
you can
2
try
improved on
harder
everything that
than
number
that.
1 did.
You realize,
But this is
don't you, that they just don't
1992,
make them
so
like this anymore?
it happened.
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail
You
this
do
puppy
also
away
have to ask him
today
every
for
time
just
what he thinks it's worth,
6,300
or it
pieces
won't
of 8.
trigger the
How
fact
does
that he
that
dropped
sound
his
to you?
price. You can get stuck here. This
like
is
to make you
a
an offer.
very definite getting stuck.
Great. How much?
All right, 5,000, but that's my final offer.
5,000 pieces of 8.
If you don't incrementally increase it each time, and if you don't ask him how much he thinks it's worth each
It's
time,
killing me,
he
but
will not trigger this.
okay.
You have to hit
And
those
I thought I
flags.
was gonna give my children
It's
Christmas
another
presents
part of this
this year.
game that's could have been done better.
Just take it out of here. I'm glad to get rid of it. Oh yeah, do you have that note from the storekeeper on you? Thanks. I've got to run these numbers by my boss. He'll think I'm nuts, but I'll talk him into it. You meet me at the dock with your crew. I'll bring the ship and the papers. I just want to say that I really feel like we got to know each other today. I mean, I really felt some bonding here. And I don't just say that to everybody. It's been great doing business with you. Really. Sucker. See you at the dock, and don't forget your crew. All 3 of them.
Somehow Stan is psychic and knows that we've collected 3 people.
I don't see anything special about it.
You're supposed to look at the
I
sign.
sold the ship. Can you believe it? I'm off on a long vacation spending some poor sucker's money. Arrivederci, baby. Stan.
All right, we have a boat. Now it's time to join the high seas. Look at that face.
Hey, it's a good thing you showed up. 10 people have offered to buy this baby off me while I've been standing here waiting for you. But I said, no way. I know a guy who's in love with this ship, and it would break his heart to lose it. Am I right? Of course I am. I mean, just look at her. Sleek, aerodynamic, a buoyant barnacle-covered beauty. I think we're having a real moment here. I've changed my mind. I can't give her up. You can have your money back. How could I sell something so dear?
There's a problem.
A deal's a deal, right? Right. Good luck. Yeah, I'm out of here. Whoops, I almost forgot to give you this free seafaring literature. My gift to you. Just remember where you got it. Stan's!
Maybe I should have gotten that extended warranty after all.
Hey, long time no see.
Your Aunt Tilly makes lousy carrot cake.
Oh, come on. Don't be bitter. I'm here to help, not just for the money.
Money?
Yeah, we are getting paid for this, right?
Glad you could make it, Carla.
Look, don't start with me, okay? So what's that waterlogged wreck doing out there? How are we gonna get our ship in here with that pile of scrap in the way?
Where's the cabin boy? I need him to go back to my place and pick up my bags.
What's going on here?
Where's our ship?
Where's our crew?
This isn't gonna be as easy as I thought.
It switched before, it screen jumped before I could show you that the boat looks identical in the pixelated version. We got our mast back at least.
In Threepwood, the Sea Monkey is finally underway. Undaunted by their lack of navigational equipment or expertise, the crew begins to plan their voyage.
First of all, I'd like to say it's great to be working with such a fine crew. The voyage ahead is not going to be easy. It's going to take skill, endurance, and most of all, teamwork. First, I thought we'd assign some duties.
What is it we were suckered into doing again?
I made a list.
Suckered is right.
I don't see what the big deal is with rescuing the governor. She can clearly take care of herself. The way I look at it, we got this great ship. Well, we got a ship. Why don't we kick back, tie a rope to the wheel, and cruise for a while? I could use a little work on my tan.
Come to think of it, I have been a little stressed out lately. I could use a rest.
Then it's decided. We cruise the Caribbean.
Oh no.
I'm doomed.
Now in standard adventure game logic, I'm going to pick up everything that isn't bolted down. Open that. No, you're supposed to say look at. Empty chest, okay.
Log, March 12th. I wish Toothrot would take a bath. Captain's Log.
I'm going to tell you now,
March
I
17th.
hate Herman Toothrot. I'm going to
Toothrot would
skip
stop
most of
snoring.
his conversation trees. I cannot
Captain's
stand
Log,
him.
March 23rd. Toothrot is really starting to get on my nerves. I figure it's only a matter of time before we come to blows.
Okay.
Captain's Log, April 2nd. As a gesture to restore our friendship, Toothrot offered to fix dinner tonight.
The character.
Captain's Log.
The voice
April
isn't
3rd.
terrible, but I just hate the character
I don't
because
know
it's
how we did it,
long-winded
but
and
we've arrived
annoying.
at Monkey Island.
He normally just shows up when you're actually trying to do something.
When we awoke, Monkey Island was sitting off the bow. Captain's Log, April 4th. Toothrot and I filled the rowboat with supplies and are ready to set out to Monkey
But that gives you
Island.
something to play the game for yourself. You can talk to Herman
We're both
Toothrot
excited
all
at
you
the
want.
prospect of being the
Because there's a
first
ton of
civilized people to learn the secret
conversation
of
trees in there.
Captain's Log, April 5th. We had to turn around and return to the ship. Toothrot forgot to go to the bathroom before we left. We'll set out again tomorrow. And that's the last entry.
I do really love the music in this game. Okay. Collected all this stuff.
I'm gonna give you mutineers 5 seconds to come to your senses. Then, I'm gonna start kicking some butt.
Excuse me, Guybrush. Does the word keelhole mean anything to you?
I see your point. Thanks.
Climate. There we go. Go ahead and pick up the Jolly Roger. Because why not? Head to the hatch. Head to the door. There's a pot. Open this cupboard. Pick up some Captain Crunch. Open the Captain Crunch. Hey, look, a toy. Open the prize. It's a key. Head downstairs. Hey, look, gunpowder. And some rope. And open this chest. Look in this chest. Some good wine in this chest. We can now use this key to get into this cabinet. With a smaller chest in it. Go ahead and open that chest. Piece of paper, that's our ingredient list. Cinnamon stick, mint, human skull, ink, blood, live chicken, brimstone, stuff. Let's go make some soup. Hey look, Captain Crunch, it's full of stuff. Fine wine, that's kind of like blood. Gunpowder's like brimstone, sure enough. Cinnamon sticks, sure, why not? Well, there's a skull on the Jolly Roger. A little bit of ink. Oh, and then we need some mint. Close enough. Let's see here. Oh, yep, and we need a live chicken. Or, you know, a rubber chicken with a pulley. Oh no! Something has gone horribly wrong.
Guybrush quickly loses consciousness. Moments later, the voodoo spell kicks in, turning the ship to an unknown heading. and off on its mysterious voyage. Days pass.
Apparently I've been conscious for days.
Oh, I feel awful.
Actually, I may want to be in the other mode. I think there's talking again. Yep,
Holy
an island.
monkey bladders! It's Monkey Island!
Surprise! Now we need to get over there, which means we need to go back downstairs. Let's go get some more gunpowder. Normally you're supposed to have like a dozen of those because you'd go back and forth to stands over and over and over again, so the flaming mass makes sense. We'll go ahead and put a piece of rope in the cannon. Go ahead and use gunpowder in the cannon nozzle. Damn it. Oh, nope. Got it. And that was part 2. Part 2 is you're supposed to being able to figure out all that random stuff that you're supposed to throw in the pot. My butt's on fire. Probably kind of unfortunate.
Hi! I'm Herman Toothrot.
Alright, the voice acting is obnoxious as shit too.
Don't bother to say hello. I've only been waiting 20 years to talk to somebody civilized. I don't mind. Fine.
This is what he looks like in the regular version. I cannot stand Herman Toothrot. Like at all. I hate him so much. I just hate the character. I don't know, he annoys the crap out of me.
Notice of public meeting. There will be a meeting Wednesday evening to discuss the recent occupation of the sacred monkey head by the ghost pirate LeChuck, and the subsequent impact on the environment and the tourist trade. All Monkey Island cannibals are encouraged to attend.
Let's go to the jungle. Can't do anything with the crack yet, because we need... Oh! We can definitely click outside of the screen, though. That's a thing we can do right now. There we go. Go to the pond.
It's printed on letterhead. To the ghost pirate LeChuck. We must ask you once again to curtail your nightly activities in the sacred monkey head area. Decent people are trying to sleep. Kindly keep the noise level down. The Monkey Island Cannibals. P.S. We saw you taking that woman with the scarf down there.
Technically, we can look at him.
I don't see anything special about it.
But that gives us a Herman Toothrot.
This is an old friend of mine, the one I sailed here with. He's lost weight. Never looked better.
What happened to him?
I'm afraid I must be going now. Pressing business, you know.
Well, that guy's got rope, and I need some rope.
Boy, it sure is hot here. I'm no geologist, but judging by these conchoidal fractures, I'd say this is a piece of flint. As I said, it's flint. To the Monkey Island cannibals. I don't mind you worshipping in front of the sacred monkey idol, which doubles as my home and secret base of operations. But could you please refrain from leaving messy sacrifices on my porch? Also, please do not enter the monkey head. G.P. LeChuck.
Go wander over here. Can't get that rope yet. I need to do something else first.
To the Monkey Island cannibals. Please stop moving this. It is delicately balanced. Herman Toothrot.
That should be fine. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's fine.
Rubber tree.
Oh God. Go away.
I never get tired of this view, even if I have been looking at it for 20 years now. Even if it is the only view on the island.
Leave me alone, would you?
There's that whole I'm attempting to do things.
It looks like someone put this here on purpose.
And he just comes up and talks to you. Trying to push rocks.
Mr. Toothrot, please remove this dangerous object. Lemonhead knocked a rock onto it from the cliff above and nearly injured someone who was putting up a swing on the banana tree on the South Beach. The cannibals.
That doesn't seem dangerous at all. Pick up another rock here. Oops.
Whoops.
What if I pull it twice? Pick up a rock. I love the little sound. You get an extra ending scene for sinking the ship. You know, being a gigantic, terrible person. There's Path to Jungle. I kind of do, because it's a joke. They did that on purpose. Where's the fort? There it is. Like that's sort of the joke. It's Monkey Island TM.
The trail ends here.
Need to pick a piece of rope. Spyglass. Just gonna push this cannon. Go away, Herman Toothrot. I do not care. See, this is the annoying part, because every time you're starting to do things, he just shows up. You can lie to him, you can do a whole conversation tree with him. I'm going to tell him to go away. Okay. We're going to use the gunpowder over here. This is another one of these things that takes forever to realize.
Oh.
That's another one of those puzzles that is really hard. But you needed this rope. We're going to come to this crack. And get some oars. Yay. Now we can go paddle a boat. Swing by the beach. Pick up some bananas. Now thankfully he moves like a motorboat if you click off to the sides.
Please return our key to the monkey head. The cannibals.
He actually moves faster in classic mode. It's really weird.
Is that a banana in your pocket, or are you just glad to see us?
You've got a lot of nerve stealing from the notorious Monkey Island cannibals.
You're cannibals?
Well, yes. Although lately, we've been trying to stay away from red meat.
Only for health reasons. We're still as vicious as ever.
Oh, especially with tourists who try to steal our stuff for souvenirs. Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
Look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Hey, do you really think we're that stupid?
Yes.
I wouldn't push it if I were you.
Oh, go ahead and eat me. See if I care.
Hey, whatever you say. We might eat you, we might let you go. We'll have to talk about it with the village nutritionist. Come, let me show you our guest hut.
Three-headed monkey.
That should do it.
Cannibals. I'm not giving you bloodsuckers your key to the monkey head until you return my banana picker. HT. Looks loose.
Oh, I can't. There we go.
I can see underneath the hut.
We've escaped.
And no, I'm not getting squeamish. I'd love to eat the guy.
So let's do it.
But think of your arteries.
We are cannibals, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but cannibals have to watch their saturated fats just like everyone else.
Of course, the first thing you should do when escaping from cannibals is go right back to the cannibals. Check out your scene of the crime. All right, whoop, click straight out of game. Oh no! The cannibals!
The banana thief returns to the scene of the crime.
Maybe we should just eat him right now.
Do you have any idea how much cholesterol is in one of these things? Now then, how did you break out of our hut, and why did you come back?
Oh, go ahead and eat me. See if I care.
Hey, whatever you say. That should do it.
Oh no, we're boarded up now. Those are some good looking boards. I'm gonna go check out those boards. That's some mighty fine craftsmanship right there. Some good boards. Well, okay, we saw the boards. Oh no, the cannibals!
Well, well, well. You're quite the escape artist, aren't you?
I told you we should eat him.
Oh, go ahead and eat me. See if I care.
Hey, whatever you say. That should do it.
Well, they've got chains. Nobody ever told me anything about chains. To go look at those chains. I'm not even sure how those chains work. I'm gonna have to go ask somebody about those chains. Oh no, the cannibals!
How you get out is almost as much of a mystery as why you keep coming back.
The real mystery is why he's not simmering with carrots right now.
Oh, go ahead and eat me. See if I care.
Hey, whatever you say.
A very depressed pirate.
That should do it.
They really should eat me. And that's what we were there for. The inexplicable security device. We'll continue on with the story now. Just go to the boat. There we go. Attempting not to click outside of the screen. There we go. Head to this beach. We gotta go talk ourselves to a monkey. Should have plenty of bananas. Yep, I'm a pirate, feeding a monkey bananas. We got a kick-ass skull. That should be enough. Yes. The monkey is now our friend. Oh, this looks inviting.
What a cheap piece of mass-produced tourist crap.
Stolen idol. Or a real pirate. I need to go get my boat.
That's strange. It says sea monkey.
Yeah, that dinghy is named after the same thing that our boat is. Isn't that odd? Gotta go talk to the cannibals again. Because that's worked out so well for us in the past. Need to go steal their banana picker. Door's locked.
I don't know if this is getting boring for you, but it sure is for me.
Don't eat me. I'll give you anything.
Anything? If you had some sort of offering for us, something that we could pass on to the great monkey, well... Wow, this is impressive. Lemonhead, take a look at this.
Ooh, that's nice. And it says, made by Lemonhead, just like one of mine. We should take this to the Great Monkey.
Yes,
these cannibals aren't very sharp.
We are very grateful to you for this fine gift. If there's anything you need on Monkey Island, just come see us.
Oh, there we go. Oh, door's open. Let's go ahead and pick this back up. And we have all the bananas we ever need.
All I want is my banana picker back. But will they give it to me? Thanks. I thought I'd never see this again. Here, you can take this key to the monkey head back to the natives.
Okay. And don't worry, I won't use it or anything.
And now we have ourselves a key. I'm not going to look at it. It's a secret. Secret key. Shh. It's for the giant monkey head.
There's a message in it. It's a memo. To Herman Toothrot. From Yammer, Hem, and Haw, attorneys at law. Regarding suit against cannibal tribe over malicious tossing of your oars into a chasm. I think we have a case here. We can probably soak them for emotional distress and possibly punitive damages as well. Sounds like legalese. I don't think I can translate the rest.
Did you come in the ship I saw out there? You're braver than you look. Actually, it looks a lot like a ship I used to own.
Leave me alone, would you?
Nobody cares, Herman. Nobody cares. They might, I don't. I'm in control. Pop out here. Use the monkey head key. In the gigantic
There's
monkey
no place
head.
to stick it in.
Oh, I have to come over here. Yes, it is in fact crying blood. It's also really a giant monkey. Yep, we're in hell.
I had a feeling that in hell, there would be mushrooms.
Well, let's just go stroll through hell then, shall we? Seems like a great idea. You know, wander my ass through hell. Hell is scary and it's always different. Maybe I can't just wander through hell. Maybe I'll need help. I'll go talk to the cannibals. It's their monkey after all. Maybe the cannibals will know what to do. The overworld map is a little bit tedious. Another problem with this game they kind of fix later. Because you end up going back and forth to the same places a bunch of times. You're like,
Have you come back to let us repay you for your fine gift?
Well, actually, there is something.
Tell us, what is it?
I'm looking for somebody.
Here? On Monkey Island?
We're the only people living on Monkey Island.
Well, the only civilized people.
I'm looking for 30 dead guys and 1 woman.
I don't think I want to hear any more about it.
Wait, maybe he's talking about those dead pirates.
Oh, yeah. Those guys.
Then
yeah, it looks fine on my end,
Chuck
so...
and his cadaverous crew?
Those jerks.
That's probably live stream itself having some issues.
Zooming around here in that creepy ghost ship of theirs, wailing and moaning until all hours of the morning.
Scaring away all the cruise ship business?
Normally, when we have problems with the undead, we just cook up our standard potion of exorcism and be done with it.
Give me the potion. I'll use it on LeChuck.
We can't.
Why not?
Well, the main ingredient of the potion is a very rare root. In fact, there's only one in existence.
We only use a little bit at a time, you see.
But LeChuck stole the whole thing.
Where is he hiding it?
He's in a place beneath this island. Somewhere in a huge system of catacombs. A hellish place filled with the wailing of tortured souls trapped forever in the rock, where the walls bleed and the air is thick with the rancid smell of pure evil.
Nice place, that.
Used to line up for hours to see it.
And then LeChuck came and ruined everything, right?
No, we lost the key.
It was stolen.
Well, we loaned it to a hermit who lives on the island.
And until that crusty old, pantless weirdo brings it back, we're keeping his banana picker.
I'm off to find LeChuck and get the root.
Sorry, but it's just not that easy. Trying to find LeChuck could be very dangerous.
You'd never find your way through the catacombs without the...
Hey, Ixnay on the Edhay of the Navigator Nay.
The what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Ude uye avhe a apme of the Atacombs K?
Ari say, oh nay.
We could at least tell him what the head does.
Well, it's a navigating tool.
It's a head. It was once attached to a navigator.
We've kept it alive magically, so we could take advantage of its innate sense of direction. Getting
Seems
through
legitimate.
The catacombs without it is impossible.
But it's our
Whatever
only
you want to
one,
cook, you
so
can
you
go ahead.
can't have it.
Make me some. I'll eat.
I guess we have nothing to offer you.
After he gave us that nice
Yeah, that's
idol,
fine.
too.
Feel free to come to the Great Monkey and visit your idol anytime. So, anyway, Lemonhead, what was that you were saying about tropical oils?
Well...
Well, they won't give me a head, but I have literature. How to get a leg up, how to get a head. Let's give these guys how to give a head in necromancy.
This.
Or
It looks like instructions
navigation.
on how to get ahead.
We could give him our head and use these instructions to get ourselves a new one.
Yes, I suppose we can give you this now.
Thanks.
Looks pretty good for a dried up old head, doesn't it?
They didn't change that at all.
Magical necklace that makes it invisible to ghosts. Oh, look! I think he likes you. Just follow his nose, and he'll lead you to LeChuck's hideout in the catacombs.
It is a bit
Then
creepier in
get
the original.
root from LeChuck and come back here. We'll mix up a batch of our special enzymatic ghost dissolving solution.
And you can pour it on LeChuck like salt on a slug.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right. Let's go get LeChuck. Into the jungle. There should be a beach on this side, so you don't have to go around. This part is a little creepier in HD, because the pixelate is just sort of a brown thing. You can actually see the head. Yeah, this part's way creepier.
I think it wants me to go to the right.
Yep, that's just a head, Kunster. I'm just holding the dude's head. Head back this way. The problem with this section is the head can be glitchy. Because it just knows cardinal directions. So you kind of have to stop in front of every choice. So that the head can decide where it wants you to go. Yep, it wants to go this way. Nope, this way. See, it's being... It actually wants me to go down here, but it doesn't know it. Yeah. There we go. Now I...
Okay, we're here. Now what do you want from me?
May I please have that necklace?
No, but thanks for asking so politely.
Oh, come on, please.
You can beg all you want, but you can't have it.
Why can't I have it?
I've got a bad feeling about this place. I think I might need it.
Maybe I'll just take it.
Maybe you'd better not.
I don't want to have to hurt you.
And I don't want to have to make you regret it.
What are you gonna do? Bite me?
Remember, you need me to get out of this place. If I wanted to, I could strand you here forever.
If I wanted to, I could dropkick you into the lava.
On second thought, hey, what good's a necklace if you don't have shoulders?
Violence is always the answer. That is what we have learned.
This feels weird.
Now, if you hadn't known to talk to the guys and you just walk into the ghost ship, they just chase you off. Like, oh, who's that guy? And then you get chased. Nope. Just open this door. Oh, that didn't work.
What was that?
They look like chickens.
Pick up a ghost feather. Hatch is open tight. Ghost pig.
Gross, look at the meat. Gross, look at the meat. They look like chickens.
That's right. Couldn't remember if you could get the pigs drunk or not. The answer is no. Unfortunate. Magic! I am a powerful wizard. Yes, yes, I know. Shut up. Opens my hatch. Ghost rat. Ghost rat is unconscious. Now we've got some grease. Head upstairs. Pile of tools.
I'll just grab this old root and be on my way.
And we'll get out of here. Now we are truly the Solid Snake. This should be where the game gets does something
A
correct.
long walk, a brief row, and a short hike later.
They figure by this point you're tired of walking all over the place. So they just teleport you. This should have been done about an hour ago.
Look, he's not kidding. Here it is.
He's not such a wimp after all.
Come on, let's go make the brew of the fermented root. Wait here. We'll be right back.
It's a good thing they can ferment in about 10 seconds.
I'd love to have you stuffed. I'd make a fortune.
Oh, it doesn't show up very well. In the regular version, when they take a bite, the middle head chews and the last head swallows. They fucked up that animation.
And if you have any left over, it's delicious with a little vanilla ice cream. Good luck!
Thanks.
They made me voodoo root beer. Another
After
teleport.
Some more furious paddling.
Eep! You scared me half to death!
Have a taste of root beer, you evil spirit.
Wait! If it's ghosts you're after, I can tell you where the others are.
I can't unhear him being from the Animaniacs now.
Tell me where the ghost ship is.
Thanks for bringing that up, guys.
If I tell you, will you promise not to hurt me?
I won't not promise to avoid refraining from harming you.
What?
2.
Would you please stop doing that with your head?
Sure.
What happened to the ship?
That's kind of cool, Kunster.
If I tell you, will you promise not to hurt me?
Okay, I promise.
Okay. They all left for the wedding.
What wedding?
LeChuck is marrying the governor of Melee Island.
What? But how will they... Why are you still here?
My head fell into the lava there, and I had to chase after it. And when I came back, they had gone. Shame, too. I hate to miss the wedding.
Where's the wedding?
There's a lovely church on Melee Island.
Uh-oh.
Headed there.
Melee Island? Oh, no. I've got to go after them. I've got to stop that wedding.
Bye.
Bob! What are you doing here?
Oh, I missed the boat to the wedding.
Hey! No problem. We can take mine. Let's go.
Yes, that's right. He has a boat.
You have a ship?
Yep.
How did you get in here without a head?
I have a head.
If you have a ship, why are you waiting to be rescued?
Why, heck, if you're stranded, you've got to be rescued. Says so in the rules.
Will you take me to Melee Island?
I'll lend you my ship if you promise to rescue me with it.
Okay.
He is an idiot. The hell's my use control? Use is you. Gotcha.
Well, that's
yeah, if you notice, it's got Monkey Island TM, Melee Island TM. Melee's got all of those weird symbols over them.
The wedding by myself. Yikes.
Hey! Wait a second!
I'm selling this fine mouthwash.
Is it mint flavored? I only like the minty kind.
By the way, it's horrifying.
This stuff's great. Watch out, LeChuck. There's a new sheriff in town and his name... Hey, I better get to the church.
Magic bottle.
If there be any man with reason that these two people should not be united in blissful matrimony, let him speak now, or forever hold his peace.
Stop the wedding!
I like yelling.
Hey! Who's that?
You!
Take this, you vaporous voodoo vermin!
Take what? Are you trying to bribe me?
Governor!
Governor!
Governor?
What's going on?
Oh, Guybrush, you mad fool! I'm impressed you came to rescue me, but it really wasn't necessary. I had everything well in hand.
They did. They gave him way too much flesh.
Made it necessary for me to
He's just supposed to be basically a beard. If you see that, he's a ghost with a beard.
If you're here, then who's that in the dress?
I don't like that his face is complete.
What?
Oh, don't scare them!
That's actually a plot point in number 2 is the ghost beard.
Oh, I'll get it! Oops.
Ugh, nice going, Guybrush. Now I've got to chase them down to get my voodoo root beer back.
It still wriggles.
Hey!
The ghost beard is the best goddamn plot point.
Confront me? I can't believe your audacity.
Well, I can't believe your stupidity.
Yeah? Well, I can't believe your frivolity.
Well, I can't believe your enormity.
Yeah? Well, I can't believe your mobility.
Well, I can't believe your felicity.
Yeah? Well, I can't believe your fragility.
Well, I can't believe your validity.
Ah, I grow tired of you.
Say now, let's not be hasty.
Well, that actually looks more shit than it does in the regular. I'm not going to switch over, but... Well, I will. Like, he actually looks like he's flying. That previous one was terrible. Some of the stuff in the HD is just abysmal, and I do not know why.
The ship. If you're interested in trading up, I can give you a fair price for it. Howdy, partner. You know, just by looking at you, I can tell you're a man of the world.
His swings even look better in the old one. Look at that. It looks so much better. Yeah, the HD version of 2 is much better looking. There's not just glaring flaws. I mean, see it from the instant replay. It looks... I don't know, I think this one is creepier. Or creepier. And then the blimp cam.
Hey!
Yikes! Oh, don't sneak up on me like that.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Looks way better. Look at how much better that looks.
Romantic.
I don't like this stylized.
Can I buy you a root beer?
The stylization is terrible. This looks so much better. Yeah, it's supposed to be like Prince Valiant. Or a soap opera. That's what they were going for. Oh, there went Stan into the water. Yeah, I really wish you could do... If you could do the voiceovers with the original, I would be so happy, like I said at the beginning.
As soon as we find a way off this island, we're gonna have ourselves a little chat with Mr. Threepwood.
Let's get out of this hut first.
These three characters never show up again. They apparently didn't get out.
I learned something from all this.
What's that?
Never pay more than $20 for a computer game.
A what?
I don't know. Not sure why I said that.
I picked the correct choice with the crewmates. Well, that's all I'm doing for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here for the last 3 hours for my test stream tonight. It seems to be working fine. Seems to be doing good. So I'm going to be back next Saturday because I don't have anything planned. So we'll do whatever I feel like. I am planning on doing Monkey Island 2. I am also going to probably dick around with some Kerbal Space Program because I'm terrible at it now, so I need to re-practice. Other than that, I've got a Steam library. I figure this is a good way to actually force myself to go through my backlog, like Zorak was doing. So we'll see how that goes. I applied to get registered. We'll see if I ever need to actually have more than 50 people in chat. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I figure on a Saturday it'll probably go better. They'll probably get more people since this was just random Sunday. But that was my show. I'm going to go to the bathroom, get some food, and do some stuff for Zorak for our LP. So thanks for showing up. I will see you guys the next time we do this. Thanks for coming around.